I'm not sure if the water's too loud, but hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully my voice comes across. So the reason I'm making this video is for my mental health and for the mental health of anybody that's watching this video. I just want to say that whatever you're going through, anything in life that's hard to overcome, whether it's a trauma or you know, any hardship in life, whether it's health or physical or mental or just a loved one that's going through something hard. I just want to say that you're not alone. You're strong. You will overcome it. And it will pass. Even though it feels like right now it feels like it's too hard and taking too long to pass. I just want to say, just hang in there and endure. And just have peace that it will get better, because it will. I've had my share of hardships in life. I'm 39 and I grew up with childhood trauma. One of my earliest memory that I have as a child, it's a pretty violent one. I remember being maybe around 4, around that age, and just waking up to pitch black, just darkness, and all I hear is screams of my mom as she's getting beaten by my father, who is drunk and just being violent towards my mother. I remember just hearing just things getting thrown everywhere, just my mom getting thrashed, and I just remember just being completely scared, just scared out of my mind, because all I can see is just pitch black. It's just darkness. And all I can All I remember is seeing the light of the moon coming through the window into the room. But everything else is just completely dark and just complete chaos. Just feeling helpless. And just frightened and scared and just powerless. Powerless that I can't help my mom and against my dad. And just powerless against myself, that I'm, so vulnerable and just feeling that feeling in danger, just not knowing what's gonna happen to my mom or to me. It's just a scary moment. One of the earliest memories that I have of as a child is just very traumatic. But I know now that living through that kind of trauma as a child and as a kid and as a teenager, living with an alcoholic father, I feel like I grew stronger. I feel like living through that kind of hardship just, it was scary. And it just, it affected me mentally, and it affected my mom and my brother and my sisters. And it affected all of us. It affected our mental health growing up, and we developed anxiety, depression. Myself, I grew so angry against my father. I had so much anger, so much that especially as a teenager, the anger was so much. It had built to a high level that I remember having, thoughts of killing him, of killing my dad, just to stop the abuse. To stop the abuse against my mom. Seeing that abuse, seeing that, and it's just, it hurt so much that I couldn't do anything most of the time. But as I grew as a teenager, I remember finally getting in front of my dad, and between my mom and my dad, on one occasion when he was beating on her. It was so scary. He threatened to hit me. He was drunk and not in his right mind, but I remember that first time that I got the courage to stop the violence. Even though I was scared out of my mind, that I was gonna get beat up by him for getting in the way. But I felt like that had to happen. I had to intervene, and I felt that that was a pivotal moment in him reducing the violence, because he saw that he wasn't going to get away with it anymore. So I think from then on, the violence started to, reduce little by little, and as I got older, and towards the end of high school, when I was 18, I remember the depression had set in pretty bad for me. So that anger that I had towards my dad, and those thoughts of killing him, had turned around, and it had turned into sadness for me. It had turned into just really, really major depression. And I remember just not wanting to see anybody, and being in my room a lot. Just not wanting to be around anybody, and I remember just having suicidal thoughts. Those thoughts were so overwhelming that I really, really, wanted to kill myself. I wanted to I remember just being in my room in complete darkness, sitting on my bed, just up against the wall, just curled up in a ball, and just thinking of buying a gun and going out to the desert and just digging my own grave and killing myself, and just wanting to end the misery that I was going through in my head, from all the trauma that I had endured up until that point, from childhood all the way to my late teens. It just felt unbearable. My mind was just couldn't take it anymore. So I remember just crying and bawling that night, just wanting to, kill myself. I remember just asking God to help me with those thoughts, and I feel like He did, little by little. I struggled with those thoughts for many years, but slowly they did go away throughout the years, just by surviving day by day, and just by getting counseling. That helped to relieve some of the mental pain that I was going through. So it's been a journey for me and my brother and my sisters and my mom. I feel like I'm finally getting better. As well as my family. It's been a long journey, and I'm just grateful for for the counselors and the therapists that I've seen throughout my life, and all the great work they've done to help me get through the pain, get through the mental pain. So I just want to let you know that you are strong, you are resilient, and you can endure anything. and it will pass, and you will get better, especially with help. So I encourage you to seek help, talk to somebody. And by talking to somebody, you show incredible strength. It's not easy. It's not easy to reach out and and to talk to somebody about your problems, of what you're going through. But take it from me, like I had that mentality. I had that mentality of just, keeping everything to myself and not letting anybody know all the pain that I was going through in my head, and I just wanted to take that on myself. I wanted to overcome my own pain by myself without any help. I felt scary to let somebody in and let them know what was going on with me. It felt too scary. It felt too vulnerable. I felt like I couldn't be that vulnerable, but little by little, I was able to, talk to a therapist, and it helped a lot. Like, it helped to release all that pain. And I can tell you it has helped a lot. It has helped tremendous. So there's incredible strength in reaching out and making that call and asking for help and setting the appointments and having that one-on-one conversation with someone that can help you, someone that's qualified to help you. So please get that help if you need it. And if you can, also come out to nature. Nature is incredibly healing. It has been helping me a lot. So there's an incredible healing just to be out in nature. It just, for me, it does wonders. So I encourage you to, again, get that help from a qualified professional, and also try to do some nature walks. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.